All right, everyone. Thanks for joining. It's I Quit My Band. My name's Nate. This is Evan. He's miceless and is sort of sitting on my lap. And we're here with Lip Critic, one of our favorite bands that we've discovered over the past couple of years. How are you guys doing tonight? Good?
We are chilling out in the beautiful city of Pittsburgh.
How are you enjoying our beautiful city?
It's fire.
Oh, no, I was gonna say I love it here.
You guys are from Brooklyn, right?
Yeah, it's like the Pittsburgh of New York.
That's
Yeah, exactly.
People call Pittsburgh the Little New York. I don't know if you've ever heard that before. But thank you guys so much for being here. We're at Little Giant tonight in a podcast studio / green room. Kind of perfect for our setup.
I kind of feel like a little giant right now, sitting on your lap.
Yeah, you are kind of a little giant. Yeah, I'm sort of in a Santa Claus situation here. So you guys just had Theft World, your third album, come out just this past year. Third album, right?
I mean, it's technically being called our second record because the first one that was like album length was a mixtape.
Okay.
But spiritually, it's our third record, yeah.
Spiritually third record. And when we reviewed it on the channel, we loved it. It's a fucking insane record. It's right up our alley. We called it anti-coworker music. What do you guys think about that?
Dude,
So sick.
Well, it's crazy that you call it anti-coworker music because a lot of so our label was running Instagram ads.
Oh, damn.
Specifically of the song Talon. And so many of the comments on the Instagram ads were people being like, what the fuck is this coworker music? Like,
seriously?
Because
They called it
I guess
coworker
because
music?
he's rapping on it. And
Yeah.
it's
I mean, Instagram
bunch of
ads
freaked
are
out
a
white
little
boys,
bit,
but
that's a little bit corporate, but you got to do it now,
Yeah, I don't know where those people work that their coworkers are bumping that shit. I feel like if I told my coworkers about it, I would immediately go to HR.
It was all Oompa Loompas from the Johnny Depp one, from the Johnny Depp Willy Wonka.
The small ones, the ones that are like that
Yeah.
big. Yeah,
They all have really similar music taste.
yeah, dude, those are my
Oh,
coworkers.
yeah.
That's where I go to work every day. When we reviewed the record, we did not know the story behind Theft World, and I literally just read it last night, and I feel like I'm a dumbass for not knowing about it. You didn't know about it either, did you? Yeah. So tell us about the story, and first of all, is it real?
Yes,
It's
it is.
real
It is.
story.
It's so scuffed, but crazier things have happened. But yeah, I mean, it was just I got banking information stolen, and it was just done by a kid that was really enthusiastic about the band, and we do a lot of like lore and like Easter egging stuff in, but he just like took it really far, and this kid clearly had it wasn't the most social,
Sure.
but he was like harmless at the end of the day. We got like halal food with him. We were chilling out, his dad was there later on. To pick him up, and it was chill, but it kind of birthed this whole idea because we were working on a record that wasn't ever going to get to come out really because of like sample clearance and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So we were like, man, we got to like pivot anyway, and this just kind of like started that path.
So you guys said that like you kind of scrapped whatever you were working on and like made the album that was in this young man's head, and Were you scared that when you started making this record that you would like accidentally put your social security number in one of the lyrics because you were like,
Nah.
you gotta make it for him?
I wasn't doing that. It was like a big jumping off point, but it was like mainly just a lot of like conversations that we were all having, like about kind of like the idea of how we all came up making music off of like pirated software and sample packs on like Reddit and just like botching Ableton as much as we could and stuff, and how sort of like this patchwork kind of sampling way of putting together songs where you're always just taking stuff from everywhere is like so key to us, and how it kind of correlates to some larger, more like philosophical type things we were feeling about the idea of theft and being stolen from consistently.
Yeah. Do you still keep in touch with this kid?
No, not at all. And like, thank God he hasn't reached out or anything. So I wish him well wherever he is.
I hope he's still listening.
I feel like he is. I mean, if you're putting out a press release, we're like, this is for you, bro. He's probably he accomplished his goal. You know what I mean?
I think he was so immersed in his own idea of like what our music was about, though. I don't think he even cares about a press release. I think it's just
that's a
beyond
good point. Brett, I want to talk to you about your singing style a little bit, because it's very like hip hop influenced, I would say. Were you ever? So I mean, this is like basically a punk rock electro punk band. Were you ever like, did you have a career as like a rapper at one point, because you got incredible flow?
No, I did not have a career as a rapper. I really like hip hop in general. Like I grew up listening to a ton of Outkast mainly.
Oh, nice.
My mom is a big Andre 3000 head, also Big Boy head. What did she think of my flow?
No, what did she think of the Flute album?
Oh, the Flute album. She I don't think she's hip on that. I think she stopped listening around Speakerbox, Love Below. But also the Idlewild soundtrack. If you remember this movie they made, a lot of people, this has gotten Mandela affected out of their head. You know, Andre 3000 and Big Boy were all both in this movie about, you know, a sort of Prohibition era almost band. And it's sick. Morris Brown is on that one, and one of my favorite tracks.
It's kind of like Sinners without the vampires, right?
Yeah,
like
I haven't seen Sinners yet, but I would assume.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I just really like a lot of like these kind of like party band vocalists, like the guy from Devo, B-52s, and then also just like we all listen to a huge amount of rap. Like I would say it's probably what I listen to the most. Whether I know it or not, like, you know, every year I have like Andre is always in my top couple artists, and like Future is always in my top couple artists. But yeah, I guess it's just like I never was trying to rap, but I'm here and I've been rapping a lot.
It's good. I love it. It's very Beastie Boys to me. In the review, I said it's like very like swaggy, and I like that. It's like it feels like you're about to, I don't know, pistol whip somebody, I guess.
I think Schneider as well.
A little bit of Fred Schneider,
that's the one that gets called it. Like it's like Danny Brown and Fred Schneider get shouted out a lot, and I'm like, what a surprise! Those are my two favorite artists of all time. Like I'm not even gonna front. Like yeah.
He is unfucking believable live.
Dude, he looks like a goddamn action figure all of a sudden.
Dude, he's like completely ripped. He's 43 somewhere in there, and he's just like nonstop for an hour and a half.
Yeah, he's eating nothing but like collagen and like RX bars or something now, you know, like he looks insane.
Peptide guy.
Yeah, big Chinese peptide user, Danny Brown.
Yeah, dude. What was I gonna? What about the rest of the band? What are you guys bumping?
I listen to, I mean, obviously a lot of hip hop as well. I feel like I always talk about Future. He mentioned Future. That's one of my favorites. But I listen to a lot of hardcore, a lot of hardcore and punk rock, and a lot of like alternative music as well. But yeah, I feel like that's kind of like what influences my approach, particularly in this band, is a lot of like, you know, what is playing? Yeah,
I think this is the music from the Avengers movie.
This is Avengers Assemble. I think the song is called.
Yeah, like probably my like two favorite bands, maybe, or like the two most like influential bands to me are Ween and Minor Threat. I would say those are like, you know,
Wiener Threat.
They're
a collab band.
Yeah, those are very, very formative artists in terms of the way that I like to view making music.
Wiener Threat.
For sure. Yeah.
Go a lot of places with Wiener Threat.
Their words, not mine.
Yeah. Mikey?
A lot of like old like English prog rock and a lot of like old school death metal. Like I kind of only like listen to that stuff. But yeah, that also bleeds heavily into like my playing style for sure.
Yeah, I feel like this has been like the ambient tour almost. I feel like I've been listening to like pretty much like, I don't know. I feel like usually like where like what I listen to in the van is gonna like inform like how I like then make music, and I feel like I've just been listening to like only like ambient music and like, I don't know, a lot of like Grouper and like a lot of ML Book and like, but also like Young Nudie. I was listening to a lot of Young Nudie today, you know? Yeah.
Young Nudie's sick.
I love Young Nudie so much.
Never heard of Young Nudie.
Oh, you gotta run that shit.
Atlanta rapper. He's
legend.
sick as fuck, yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, we've talked about you guys in kind of relation to, I think, a lot of like there are similar bands that are doing like this harsh version, like digital native. It almost feels like I'm thinking like Yahweh Nailgun, Mandy Indiana, and then like hearing how eclectic all of your tastes are. What do you think is like between your approach and what's going on in like the greater indie music zeitgeist? What do you think is bringing that on?
I mean, I always attribute everything to like the internet kind of like blowing up the idea of like local and like scene culture in music, where like I feel like now people are just gravitating towards what they like regardless of if it feels cool or it feels nerdy or it feels like, you know, like I remember like getting really into like Metallica and stuff when I was a kid because of how sick the album art was, and being like, oh my god, like the album art for like, you know, Battery and all this stuff is like crazy as hell, and then also immediately then gravitating towards like chamber music stuff. Like I got really into like Sun Lux and Y music and like So percussion and all this stuff, which is like ultra antithetical to it, but it was just never like it's just all on like, you know, iTunes or Bandcamp. I was just clicking shit randomly. So it's like I feel like when, you know, we've gotten to talk a lot to you know, like Sam and Sagiv and stuff from Yahweh, and they have a very similar kind of upbringing where they're really into certain chunks of music, and then they'll just be like, oh yeah, and then I like clicked on a Frank Ocean video, and then I was watching that and I was like, this is the best thing ever, and then I clicked on a Future video and I was like, this is the best thing ever. So I just think it's like there's no more localization of almost like anything where it's like, oh, I'm from this area, like I don't get gamelan music around me. It's like if you have an internet connection, you can stumble upon like a ton of gamelan music for free. So it just feels like I don't think about it at all when we go into writing stuff like, oh man, like what am I, you know, what's the sort of set of things that we do with this band? Like it's always just what seems interesting right now, today, and then we rip it.
Do you ever find when you're writing something unable to bridge those gaps? Like you're like trying to put something too close to something, or does that just like, is that more exciting when you're like, can we make this weird sample work with this like heavy ass?
That's like the whole game to me, is like that's like what's so fun about it, is like we make like so much music that is horrific, like unlistenable garbage, like because sometimes the best stuff is right next to the worst stuff. So we have a track, Connor and I have had a track for a couple of years that we always reference that samples like a bagpipe player, and it's like right on the edge of being like the best thing we've ever done, but it's just horrible. It's just so bad. But I always come back and listen to it, and I'm like, God, if we just like twist this like one little inch, something changes, it becomes like magic. Like the Jackpot track, it was like our second single. I remember sending like an early version to them, and they were all like, this is not it. Like, this is scuffed, you know? Dude. And it was just kind of like, and if you heard that version, you would also think I'm an idiot. You know?
We ain't making it out of Staten Island with that one.
Yeah, they were like, we're not making it out. And I was like, exactly. Like, we're about to, though. Like, we're just about to. So, and so I feel like we tweak it a little, and then it becomes like music. But there's a big portion of time where I'm just like jamming samples into something, trying to be like, please, like, make this like, you know, a sample of like a squeaking like shoe or something, or like we had a track that was all an elevator, so it's like the ping of the button, the like movements of the machinery and all this stuff. It was the only elements in the song, and it's like right on the edge there of like, it might make the next record, but it's like right now it's horrific, but it might be really good.
Yeah.
Mute that bagpipe stem, and it might work.
Yeah, that's the problem. So
you need the bagpipe in there. I mean, if you have a song with a bagpipe, it's got to be the center of attention.
Most important part.
Yeah,
It's really mostly bagpipe.
You have to get a bagpipe player on tour. That's what you're.
Yeah.
That's the next step.
Hard, dude. Yeah, dude.
Step.
Angus might still be able to. What's he? Angus Young. He's like 87, but
Still do think that was Bon Scott that was doing
Yeah,
all the
you're
bagpipe.
right.
Dude. Yeah.
R.I.P.
Idiot.
R.I.P.
Go.
R.I.P. Bon Scott. Yeah, is a recent death.
Too soon, man.
Still hurts.
Too soon, man.
So you guys talked about some of your like real influences. Do you have any guilty pleasure bands? Like, I talk on the show endlessly about how much I love Kings of Leon.
Couple tracks. Couple tracks.
Youth and Young Manhood,
The
bro.
best album. So
That
good.
is a rock and roll
Yes.
fucking classic,
It's
bro.
so fucking good. Tell this guy. He's been dogging on me for
Dude,
years.
Youth and Young Manhood.
On the way up.
I can't
Get that
wait
one
to
on
hear
your.
this now.
What do you use? Apple Music, Spotify.
Yeah.
Spotify, man. No, yeah.
Spot.
Get that one tomorrow. Yeah.
It's really
spin
good.
that.
I have it on vinyl. I'm so obsessed with that record. Yeah. But what do you guys have?
I mean, I believe there's no guilty pleasure, in music, but I really love like Pink Pantheress was like my top artist the year that Mosquito or what's the name of the
I forget
record?
the name of the album, but it has Mosquito on it.
Whatever it was,
with that
I
one.
listened to it 1,000 times. The one that has the Central C feature that like ruins that whole track. But I love Pink Panthers. I love like pop music. Like I love Janet Jackson. Me and Joe were just going off about Janet Jackson. She has so many insane albums.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think like I really like the new Korn single, and I know that it's bad. It's like Taco Bell, where it's just like I know my body's telling me this isn't right, but it's exactly what it wants.
Yeah. Sometimes those bands that just like keep going, like you have to respect it at a certain point. It's like it's not going to be good, but it's Korn, so like whatever. Yeah,
It's Korn.
I'm a real stickler for. I mean, it's funny. All American Rejects are playing right
Yes.
now. I'm a real stickler for like mid 2000s emo and pop punk.
There you go.
Like really, and it's something that I'm extremely open about. Like Fall Out Boy is one of my favorite bands. It's like I'm open about that. I think that's the go-to Chicago band. But like that sort of scene. I just read a book about it recently that was really good called "Where Are Your Boys Tonight." And it
Dan Ozzie or whatever.
yeah. Wait, no, Dan Ozzie did Sell Out.
Okay.
He's a Staten Island guy, actually. He's from the same part of New York as me.
Daddy.
But yeah, that one honestly really on this tour got me back into like digging deep into bands that I feel like had been a bit forgotten by me for a while, like Thursday and Saves the Day and like that sort of like 2000s emo revival. It's dude, that is an unbelievable record. That's an unbelievable band. They have so many good records. But like, yeah, that whole scene I feel like gets so much shit because of the sort of like cultural reaction to it afterwards. But most bands aren't headlining Wembley Stadium 3 nights in a row. My Chemical Romance is doing that. There's a reason. The music's really good. So that stuff's like definitely stuck with me
You're an
since
Alexis
I was a
on
kid.
Fire fan, maybe?
Actually, no, but we're playing Outbreak Fest the same day as them,
Really?
and a lot of my friends are like really like jealous
check it out.
because like I'm gonna go see him, and obviously like a lot of people that I know in hardcore and a lot of people that I know in like metalcore and screamo, like that was their band when they were kids. And
that
got-
was
it
mine.
just oh yeah, that's cool. No, I respect that band. It was never on my radar. I guess I was less into that sort of like that side of things, like the Under Oaths and that. So I was more into like the more like kind of punk bands, punk leaning bands on that scene.
I don't know what it was about Alexis on Fire. Like I wasn't really into that either,
Yeah.
but for some reason they got
No,
me.
I get it. Yeah.
And I'm going to see them like their reunion tour in August, and I was like, I'm so excited, and I started listening to their old music, and I was like, I don't think I like this anymore.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It goes
gonna
like
be
that
good.
sometimes.
Yeah. That's this. All being said, like a lot of this music's aged pretty poorly,
Yes,
but I feel like it still hits hard. It's like I'm seeing My Chem do the Black Parade.
Oh, it's gonna be so sick.
in London in like a week.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry the entire time.
Yeah.
But, it's like that's music I listened to when I was 8 years old,
Yeah.
and it still hits.
Still hits.
I mean, like I mostly listen to like garbage, but like I guess like guilty pleasures like a lot of like the 80s like hair metal shit.
Yes.
Like fucking bangers, dude. Like Whitesnake, Def
Yes.
Leppard, like Motley Crue's got like at least 50 tracks. I don't know, just like a lot of like bangers. Like yeah, like a lot of like 80s like shreddy garbage. Also like Dream Theater. I fuck with Dream Theater.
Yeah, dude.
Dream Theater's sick. Yeah.
I just remember wanting to shred so bad.
Dude, it's
watching
sexual
John
shred.
Petrucci be like, it's the
worst kind of guitar.
It is.
But,
Like
like,
you wake up one time at like 14 and you're like, wow, I'm a fucking nerd. But in that like brief period of time when it is sick, it is the sickest thing on earth.
I love keyboard solos. That shit's
Jordan
awesome.
Rudess?
Crazy.
He came to our college when because I went to like music school, and he
okay.
ripped on one of those things with the Z boards, the keyboard that has
Sick
no
as
keys.
fuck.
It's all just smooth. And I think he played for 30 minutes straight, and it was like the worst thing I had ever heard.
It's bad.
And he was like looking out at all of us like, yeah, you fuck with this, don't you? And I was just like looking, I was like, who is this guy? And then they were like, that's Jordan Rudess from Dream Theater. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like Rick and Morty side character? Did you
Yeah.
like I
have like a song that sounds sick, and then he comes in with like Sega Genesis noises. You're like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
No, that guy's ill. I've actually
That's
like
the best part. It's my favorite.
they're
part.
sick. I respect the fuck out of that shit. Like I think it's dope. I just like I can't listen to it, but it's sick.
Yeah.
I feel like my guilty pleasure is like, I don't know, it's probably like Don Tolliver or something,
Okay,
or like
yeah.
Drake. Drake is playing right now. Like maybe
Oh,
it's
dude,
Drake.
we've listened to so
we
much
listen
Drake
to a
this
lot
tour.
of Drake. Like whenever we
A
go to
disturbing
Toronto,
amount.
we just like kind of, it's just like so much Drake.
A lot of
like
Drake.
whole back catalog of like
Dude.
front to back records. It's like horrible. Like especially the new 3 new records.
Yeah, we
that
talked
have come
about. We're
out,
not.
it's
into
like-
Drake.
Oh my
no,
god,
it's
so
it's
bad.
really bad, but it's like you can't deny he's the GOAT. He's the best to ever do it. You know? It's like you can't deny that.
This is like this running gag we have where we're like, he's the worst, but like you got to admit he's the goat.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like he is the best. At, like he'll put out a record with like 40 songs on it.
Yeah.
and, like 38 will be like kind of like the worst songs you've ever heard, and then 2 of them you're like, okay,
That's
like
that's
I get
awesome.
yeah.
Yeah.
2 of them are like amazing. No,
But
but-
he's
yeah.
he's really like he has so much music.
Yes.
He has so much
technically,
music.
he has a lot of music.
A lot of music out.
I think the
that
last
like
one I
there's
listened to-
some gold in there
Yeah.
amongst like absolute
At what cost?
donkey
Yeah,
dick
bro.
music, but
Destroyed the idea of what an album even is at this point.
Yeah.
Like they'll have 38 songs on them, or he'll just release like 3 of them that sound pretty much the same. They're just like different JPEGs
Yeah.
when you go to Spotify.
The last one I listened to was Scorpion, and it had 25 songs on it, and I was
what a
like,
punishing album.
I was like,
Yeah.
25 songs is fucking
Punishment.
insane. And his new one is like 40, and I'm like, he's really stepped it up, I guess. I mean, in whatever
Yeah.
way it is.
I thought some of them were like generative. Like
Oh, yeah.
because some of them his voice sounds so weird on there's like
I
this
wouldn't-
processing.
Yeah, I
But
wouldn't be surprised.
I don't know if he'd go that far, or if it's just like really poorly produced or something, but yeah, I mean it's hard to tell between the I've heard the fake Drake songs too, where like they are generated and they've been put out as fake teasers.
Mm.
And I'm like, damn, like Drake's like putting in some effort on this one. And they're like, oh well that one's fake. And then the real Drake comes out and he's like he's like falling asleep on every track. I'm like, dude, wake up.
He really sounds like he cares on this one. Wow.
Yeah, they're using him from like his first mixtape generated, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, album
looking-
tier ranking Drake starting now.
All right, let's go through track by track Scorpion.
Iceman,
fire up
they're
Scorpion
all
real
number
quick. Hear
one.
me out,
Come
bro.
on,
Hear
he's
me
the
out.
goat.
Fire up Scorpion. Let's go track by track. All right, so some rapid fire questions. What's the most expensive thing you've ever stolen in the concept of theft world?
Dude, I can't talk about that.
Okay.
I don't know who bought it and I don't know whose drum kit it was, but I stole a whole drum kit from my college and gave it to my friend, and he didn't go to the school. He drove back to Staten Island, brought it to his house. I don't know what happened to
Is
it.
it technically stealing if it's a gift?
Well,
It is still
okay,
stealing.
yeah, no, you're right.
I've torrented like really expensive software. Like there was this motion tracking software that I torrented when I was like 15 years old that retailed for like $10,000 or something like that. So I don't know if that really counts. But
He was
like,
motion tracking hella back in the day.
Not,
He always
not
had the
gonna
green
lie,
suit on with all the
I
balls.
was motion-
The
I was
golf
motion
ball
tracking
suit, dude.
so much.
Yeah.
I've actually never stolen anything.
Damn, dude. I stole my first thing the other day. I stole 9 bags
serious.
of River Rock from Lowe's the other day.
How did you get away with it? You
I
just
had
walked out?
I had 10 bags, and I told the lady I was like 10 bags. She rung me up for one, and then she didn't notice. And like from scanning to receipt printing, and I saw the receipt, and I just as fast as I could with 10 bags of River Rock.
So
I fucking-
you're at most an accomplice in that
yeah,
one.
it wasn't
cheated
technically my fault, but the next day I stole a bundle of bananas just because I was like, that was cool, and I want to keep doing it.
That's hard.
Donkey Kong
type sentence a
Yes.
monkey would say.
Yes,
What's
stole
the
a
most
bundle of
expensive thing you've
bananas.
stolen? Probably a banana.
Bananas.
Tons of bananas.
Okay, Hagar or David Lee Roth?
I mean, it's gotta be. It's David Lee Roth, right?
Yeah, I would
Musically-
say for entertainment's sake, David Lee Roth.
Musically, David Lee Roth. Hagar's the coolest guy on the planet.
Yeah.
That's how we
You
know
know?
you guys are
I
cool
mean,
because you went with David Lee Roth.
Have y'all seen the heavy metal movie, right?
No.
Dude.
The cartoon?
Yeah, like Hagar did like the main like the song heavy metal for it. Check it out, it's great. It's
I
from,
didn't
like,
know
the
you
80s.
did that. That's insane.
It's sick, it's badass, it sucks, it's terrible. But much
the
like
theme of today.
yeah.
This is how we see the
Much
world.
like Van Hagar, it's like badass, but it sucks, you know.
Any Gary Sharon fans? Led Zeppelin? I mean,
That's
Halen?
Van Halen 3,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, Van Halen 3.
Mm-mm.
No.
I don't know.
I don't think I'm familiar, honestly.
He was a
Nothing on Hagar Roth.
I would say like, yeah. I honestly don't know. I feel like my mom is very anti Sammy Hagar, so I'm gonna have to go with David Lee Roth.
Yeah, facts.
all around Lee Roth.
Yeah, I think
Lee
music,
Roth
Lee
consents.
Hang Hagar.
For sure.
Dude, Down in Tequila with Sammy Hagar has got to be the most fun you can ever have.
100%.
Yeah.
But
I
his
can't
songs
drive.
suck.
Do some of the
I can't
songs
drive
are ass.
55, you know that one?
Spicy.
That
Yeah.
shit's badass.
Red Rocker, dude.
Pound Cake by Van Hagar is like one of my favorite.
Pound Cake by Drake.
Drake.
Got another
What if Drake was in Van Halen?
Resner or Resnick?
Definitely Reznor for me. That guy fried my brain at a very, very young age.
Dude, I love Nine Inch Nails, but I'm a Goo Goo Dolls guy. I'm going with Goo Goo Dolls.
One for Red.
Oh yeah, we gotta go with Nine Inch Nails. Nine Inch Nails. For sure.
Yeah, Trent Reznor for sure.
I was surprised Resnick.
Shout
got
out
of
Challengers.
one. I'm pretty happy with
Dude, I'm a Goo
Shout
Goo
out
Dolls
Atticus
guy.
Ross. I love the movie soundtrack.
I love
listen-
Nine Inch
yeah.
Nails, but Black Balloon is such a good song. Underrated
God
song.
damn, bro.
So fucking good.
Dude, don't even get me started.
What else we have? We had Zach Hill or Zach De La Rocha.
Damn.
Dude,
I feel like I gotta go Hill.
Wow. I mean, that's both of your goats.
I was
Only
gonna say-
because of frequency of output, you know.
Yeah.
That's a tough one for this guy.
Yeah, literally in terms of like influence, though you could not have said like two guys that like Zach De La Rocha in terms of like how I view things and like
Yeah.
you know, also just like Rage Against the Machine's best, but
Yeah.
and then Zach Hill is like one of my favorite drummers. I'm gonna go with Zach De La Rocha because
Damn,
that's
wow.
my child.
From the
Like
drummer.
yeah, because that's like childhood goat. I
Yeah.
saw Rage twice a few summers ago when they like got back together, and he was sitting down with a cast on his leg.
So cool.
And it was
that's
the
right.
most like terrifying and compelling frontman performance I have ever seen in my life. Like he didn't need to be walking around the stage. There was like one point
cool.
during Bulls on Parade that I was crowd surfing, and we like looked eye to eye, and were spitting the words at each other. And I saw this fire in his eye, and I was like, "This is horrifying, like terrifying." That's my goat. I'm
Tina
gonna go.
Turner or Tina Fey.
I'm going with De La Rocha.
Ooh.
30 Rock fans or Be My Baby, Wall of Sound, Phil Spector.
I know where you're going with Connor.
I'm going Turner.
I think I'm gonna go Faye. I'm
Oh.
a 30 Rock fan.
I don't know. I love 30 Rock. But
Yeah,
also,
30 Rock's great.
I'm going with 30
the
Rock,
other side
man.
now.
Tina Fey.
There's a band from Ohio
Bobby
called
Flay or
Tina
Bobby
Fey.
Moynihan?
Shout out Tina Fey from Ohio. They're sick.
Check out Tina Fey. Shout out from Ohio.
Guys, if you guys don't know about Tina Fey, she's got this show 30 Rock. You should really check her out.
Check out 30 Rock. Tracy Morgan's on it. Alec Baldwin. A lot of good faces. Two more questions. Rock of Love or Flavor of Love?
Flavor of Love.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I'm.
I love New York.
You know, a fellow Brett.
Hell yeah. Pittsburgh guy, too.
Brett
Yeah,
Michaels,
he's brought a
man.
lot of shame onto the Brett name.
Yeah.
But I'll have to go Flavor of Love because of that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
No comment. No
Okay.
Probably Drake.
Drake. Drake of
Flavor
Love.
of Drake.
Rock of Love.
I love New York.
Yeah, Rock.
Rock of Love for sure, dude. And then last question. What's your favorite song off of your own album, Theft World? Each of you.
I think that I think Talon is like the most I like genuinely suffered putting together a song ever. So I'm very proud of that one because it was like there was moments where I was like I can't do this. I did like 18 versions of it or something, and like there's a whole extra verses that aren't on it. There's like there was whole like
The
there was
director's cut.
skits that were on it. There's like it's the most I've had to like kill my darlings on anything ever to be like, man, I love this part, but it doesn't serve the song. So I was very happy that it made the record and everything.
I think right now it's shoplifting.
Shoplifting. Yeah.
I was also gonna say shoplifting. It's my favorite Brett flow of all time, and it's just like the most fun to play. It's like the most challenging like drum thing maybe I've ever done in my life. It's great.
Probably like 200 bottles on Eviction, or maybe Dead Forest. Those are the two for me. Yeah.
I was gonna mine when I first heard the record was Jackpot, but as I kept listening, I think it's Shoplifting now, and I'm gonna agree with the
Three
flow and
Shoplifting.
it's my favorite drum pattern that you guys have. Like my favorite beat on the record. It's so menacing.
I have to agree. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the
Jackpot-
first one.
That's
we
4
finished.
for shoplifting.
I think I've listened
Shoplifting
to
and
Jackpot
Foe.
probably 50 times, but Shoplifting's starting to catch up.
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
I think that's it. I mean, we could sit here and chill all night if you guys just not want to do your show, but
Let's run Scorpion. Honestly, turn the camera off.
Do
Run this
Scorpion.
shit.
Let's smoke
Yeah.
a blunt.
Smoke a blunt. Let's listen to Scorpion.
Let's French
track
inhale
by
a
track.
blunt to run Scorpion.
Yeah.
Please.
We'll do Scorpion. We'll do Drake era from Scorpion to now. Yeah,
Yeah.
and we'll be here for 3 days.
It just becomes so bitter.
Yeah. But thank you guys very much for doing this. This was a lot of fun.
Thank
and,
you.
We appreciate your
thank
time,
you.
and we're
Thank you,
excited
guys.
for the show. Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Fuck yeah.
Thanks
Pittsburgh's
everyone.
dope.
Thanks everyone for watching. So quote my band.
Bye.
Goodbye.